Speed and acceleration are two of the most important aspects of a car for many car enthusiasts. Car manufacturers are trying to go down in history every year by creating cars that can go from 0 to 60 as fast as possible. Let's find out which cars make the top 10 list of insanely fast acceleration and which one holds the title of the fastest accelerating car in the world. At number 10 we have the Ford GT. This is a mid-engine, two-seater supercar manufactured by American car manufacturer Ford. As Ford states, this is a super light and super strong car, as its body is made from carbon fiber and it has 647 brake horsepower. It will do 0 to 60 in just under 3 seconds with a claimed top speed of 216 miles an hour. The car first became available in 2017 and there has been an update every year, with one already announced for 2021. The changes are only going to be aesthetic and the price starts from $500,000 before extras. Ford decided to only build a limited number of these cars and people have to fill out an application form in order to be considered for one. The reason behind this is that Ford only wants to sell to people who are actually going to drive and enjoy the car rather than leave them in the garage as part of their collection. At number 9, the Chevrolet Corvette Stingray Z51. This car has been a concept car for years, but in 2020 it finally became a production reality. The Chevrolet Corvette Stingray can go from 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, and for a starting price of $58,900, it could be yours from around mid-2021. Stingray is the standard Corvette specification, while the Z51 is the sports package that gives you stickier tyres, bigger brakes, and enhanced traction that you are gonna need for all that power. Since the original version of the two-seater was launched in 1953, Corvettes have only had a front engine, rear drive layout, but this time the engine is mounted behind the driver for the first time. It's a 6.2-litre V8 engine. Chevrolet is promising to release even more powerful and faster models in the future. At number 8, the Ferrari 488 Pista. Ferrari has a great record when it comes to delivering special versions of its already special mid-engine cars. And this car is Ferrari's special series sports car with the highest level of technological transfer from racing. Thus the name Pista, which in Italian means track. The 488 Pista has the most powerful V8 in Ferrari's history, with power of up to 710 brake horsepower, going from 0 to 60 in just 2.85 seconds. And it achieves its fastest acceleration so far thanks to its lighter exhaust and more extensive use of carbon fiber. There's a small but satisfying amount of slip you get in race mode, and an even bigger amount of slip when you flick the traction control off, which is perfect for trying out on a wet racing course. Its starting price is $330,000. At number 7, the McLaren P1. The McLaren P1 has a starting price of $1.15 million. It can go from 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds and a top speed of 217 miles an hour. It has a 3.8-litre V8 bi-turbo engine, but it will also run in pure electric mode when you want it to. McLaren, like Ferrari, also went rear-wheel drive with the P1, both engine and motor driving through a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Peak power with engine and motor working in unison is 903 brake horsepower. Number 6, the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. This car can also do 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds and is capable of speeds greater than 217 miles an hour. Lamborghini created the Aventador SVJ, combining cutting-edge technology with extraordinary design. It's the most powerful and certainly the most sophisticated V12 Lamborghini to make production, and probably marks the final high point for the firm's naturally aspired V12. Its starting price is $517,000. Number 5, Porsche 911 GT2 RS. This is the first Porsche off the list, but certainly not the last. The Porsche 911 GT2 RS can go from 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. You might have heard the GT2's nickname, the Widowmaker, which has been following it around for years since its original model of 444 brake horsepower. The newest Porsche 911 GT2 RS now has 691 horsepower. The car is based on the 911 Turbo and uses similar twin turbocharged engine, but now features numerous upgrades, including engine upgrades, larger brakes, and stiffer suspension calibration. The GT2 is also significantly lighter thanks to its use of rear-wheel drive and reduction of interior components. As a result, this is now the fastest but also most expensive model among the 911 lineup, starting at $290,000. Number 4, Tesla Model X Performance with Ludicrous Mode. This is the first fully electric car on the list. The 2020 model of the Model X Performance can go from 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. This car is famous for its falcon wing doors, but also for its groundbreaking speed for a big SUV. Unlike the other cars on this list so far, it is a four-wheel drive and seats up to 7 people. If you thought acceleration in 2.6 seconds was fast enough, Elon Musk has just announced a Model X Plaid coming out in 2022, which will go from 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. The starting price of the Model X Performance is $104,000, and the starting price of the new Model X Plaid will be $113,000. At number 3, the Porsche 918 Spyder. This is the fastest accelerating car that Porsche has to offer. The 918 Spyder was first shown as a concept car at the 80th Geneva Motor Show back in March 2010. Later that year, and after 2,000 declarations of interest, Porsche approved the development of the 918 Spyder, and the production version was unveiled in 2013. Porsche built 25 prototypes and 25 pre-production cars before the production version was actually ready. It can do 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds with 599 brake. This is supplemented by 2 electric motors delivering an additional 282 horsepower. What's the price? It starts at $845,000. At number 2, we have the Bugatti Chiron. This is a mid-engine 2-seater sports car designed and developed in Germany. The car is named after the racing driver Louis Chiron, who competed in rally, sports car races, and Grand Prix. Most importantly, it can go from 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds. The Chiron's top speed is electronically limited to 261 miles an hour for safety reasons. According to the manufacturer, no tyre currently exists that will be able to handle the stress at the top speed the Chiron is capable of. The first 200 cars were sold before the car was even delivered at a base price of $3 million. In the number 1 spot, we have Tesla's Model S Performance with Ludicrous Mode. The car with the fastest acceleration on the market right now is indeed an electric car coming from Tesla. It can go from 0 to 60 in just 2.3 seconds with Ludicrous Mode. This car has a rear motor as well as a front motor, so combined power climbs from 554 horsepower to 785 brake horsepower. Its starting price is $99,000, and if that wasn't enough, Tesla has just announced that you can now pre-order the new Tesla Model S Plaid, which will be able to do 0 to 60 in 1.99 seconds, and it will soon be releasing a Plaid Plus version that will be able to go even below 1.99 seconds. The Plaid Plus is going to be available from 2022 with a starting price of $141,000, and we cannot wait to see if they can actually make that happen.